Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap. Today we have a live session on this. Hello everyone. So today we are doing a live session. So before starting with the session, could you please confirm is everything all right with the voice and with the image so that we can proceed with the session? From here also I am trying to look at. Yeah. So could you please write something, a thumbs up or something, so that I would have an idea that if everything is fine or not. Okay, so from my end, it shows that it's fine. So I'm proceeding with the session. In between, if there's something that gets stuck, do let me know. Okay. So we are today the scheme that we are going to cover. It is SATAT scheme, and its full form it is Sustainable Alternative Towards Affordable Transportation. So this is also the scheme. See this, because we are talking about sustainable development goals so much. We are talking about climate change. We are talking about protecting the earth. So this is the scheme which targets that aim, and also because of this reason it is a lot in news. So this time also in PIB, if you look at 5 to 6 times, this scheme has been mentioned in the month of December, and I've just taken one snippet. What is it? We will understand. But now let's move with the session. But before that, here's an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for the regulatory bodies. For them, we have come up with one-stop solution guide for all your queries, be it what is the organization all about, what are the perks that you will get, how the organization help build the nation, and what will be your role to play while you will be in the organization. Everything has been mentioned in this book. For example, for RBI or as NABARD, as you can see on the screen as well. In that you will understand first about the organization, and then the queries that how to join the organization, what should be your qualification criteria, what should be your age limit, what is the syllabus, past year cutoff, everything has been mentioned. And at the end, how you should approach the examination, there is a column for that as well. So do not miss this opportunity. If you want to download the ebook, it is free of cost, and the link it is mentioned in the description box. Okay, so now we'll start with the session. So we'll come up with SATAT scheme. So it has a full form. It says sustainable alternative, because we are talking about sustainability. What is sustainability? To utilize anything that you have today, but it is still left for the future ones to use. That is sustainability that we are talking about. It does not harm the environment. It does not kill the other living organisms or harm them in any way. That is what sustainability is. So we are talking about something that is sustainable, that is an alternative of affordable transportation. And why, how something can become affordable? See, think for yourself. When we talk about India, anything can be affordable if it is homemade, right? I know, I understand that some of the things they are costlier, but because of that manufacturing raw material cost that is there. But you have to think it for yourself. If something that is homemade, that is made in India, that would be cheaper in comparison to the imports that we have to do for various sectors. Okay, so that is why here we are talking about sustainable alternative towards affordable transportation, full form of SATAT. And why is it required? See, here's a big example. Okay, the fuel that we are currently using for the transportation in the vehicles, it causes pollution in the environment, right? Various poisonous gases, they are released into the atmosphere, be it your carbon monoxide. We have apart from that carbon monoxide, you have H2S, you have, okay, you have H2S, you have NO, okay, nitrogen oxide. There are so many that are there that actually pollutes the environment, that is affecting other living organism. That is why we have to come up with a solution that is environmental friendly, that is sustainable. Okay, and also we are talking about being it affordable. Why? Because see, these what as I said before, all these fuels that are being imported, now look at the condition of Russia and Ukraine, and whatever the disrupt has happened because of that globally. So here we have to purchase the oil at higher higher cost because of the this war that is currently going on. And that is why it is important to be self reliant, because anything that happens in some other country, it has a direct or indirect effect on us, and that is why we have to be prepared for that. So for now we have talked about why is it important. Right now we will look at that how we can achieve that. So for that we have this criteria or this composition that is being suggested by the government. So here we are, when we are saying about something alternative, we are talking everything naturally. So we can produce gas from the waste that is generated by animals, for whatever stubble, the waste that is left into the field after once harvesting is done, from the normal waste that is generated at home, which is organic in nature. Do remember, here we are talking about organic things, bioorganic things. Then whatever be the grass and things that are cultivated into the agriculture, and also the feedstock that we are talking about, everything, the waste of product of anything can be utilized to generate gas. And which gas is that? That is the biogas. Now how is it done? We know these things are organic in nature, so they have this tendency to decompose. So when they are decomposing, a gas is produced which is prominent in methane. So various gases are released, methane is the one that is prominent. So that gas is collected, okay, and then that is purified, because we have to remove the harmful poisonous gases, because those are also present in it. Then it is compressed. Why is it compressed? Because we have to transport them in a cascade form, in cylinders we have to transport them. That is why they are also compressed, and then they are then distributed for domestic customers, to industrial customers, CNG vehicles. This is what important from this scheme point of view, because here we are talking about affordable transportation. For the rest of the things also comes to commercial customer, and rest of the domestic and other customers are also there, but this scheme focus on this one, that is your vehicle, who have transportation vehicles. For them this scheme is all about. Now not only this gas, but whatever that is rest, that can also be utilized by the farmers for improving the fertility in their field, okay, because the byproduct that is left, it is quite it has quite nourishment, it has quite nutrients that can be utilized in the field. So this is all what this scheme is all about, SATAT, sustainable alternative towards affordable transportation. So we have understood this is for alternating in search of alternative fuel, and we also know how this fuel will come. This will come from the bioorganic waste, okay. Now here we are talking about the aim of this particular scheme. This is 5000 CBG plant. What are these CBG plants? These are compressed biogas. Compressed, why? Because we have compressed this, we want it in the cascades or the cylinders, if we talk in normal language. Biogas, why bio? Because it has been made from the organic raw material and gas, okay. So the aim currently is this. Next is because of that 15 million metric ton gas will be produced, it is expected, and 50 million metric ton of biomanure, whatever the byproduct that is left, that manure can also be utilized by the farmers. And here the aim is to fulfill 4 pillars. And what are these 4 pillars? What is the vision of India for the energy future? So you have to remember this also, you can utilize it in your descriptive answer also. So that is energy access, energy efficiency, sustainability and security. So all these things can be fulfilled. How security? Because we are focusing on establishing this CBGs plant, right? So that is why more and more energy security will be there. We do not have to be threatened whatever going on in which country, and we are not able to import fuel, right? Sustainability, because organic in nature. Efficiently, why? Because that everything will be established, so we can consume it in a better way. And then energy access, all the rural household will also have access, where usually the normal transportation fuel cannot be reached, okay. So this is a basic idea. Now let's move ahead and now look at the dimension, but everything you have already understood. Now we just have to do that formality of what dimensions need to be understood, okay. So the launcher of this scheme, it is 2018. It was launched in 2018, and it falls under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. But we have to take care that this is in collaboration with the PSU oil marketing companies, okay. So what is your PSU, public sector undertaking, that we know, okay. So oil marketing companies will have also collaborated along with the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas for this purpose, okay. So now there are 3 oil marketing companies, PSU. When I talk about PSU, there are 3, right? So what are these? So first one, we have Indian Oil Corporation Limited. So that will also play a part in SATAT scheme. Apart from that, we have Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, so that will also play a part. And thirdly, we have Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, that will also play a part, okay. I hope this is clear by now. Now what will we do? Okay, so this is a snippet again taken from the SATAT website itself for better understanding. So see what will they do. So basic one point that you can easily remember, that whatever CBG is your compressed biogas, whatever CBG will be produced by the plants, these are the three companies, corporation limited, PSUs, that will acquire them and then further redistribute or distribute to the consumers. Okay, so what will be done, these companies will take the CBG and then they will further distribute it. Okay, so this will be done. Now here oil and gas companies facilitate plant owners. So we have to take care one thing, that is whoever will be establishing plant, they will be individual entrepreneur. They do not have to do something to with these PSUs or with the ministry. They will be individual plant owners. But yes, what will happen, these OMC, that is your oil marketing companies, PSU OMCs, they will help them to establish the factory, they will help them to create a market. Okay, so that they are also interested in establishing a whole plant, right? So they also need some incentive, so these OMC will be helping with them, will be helping them. Okay, so this will also take off and market the CBG produce, so they will be the one who will be marketing them. These companies will also facilitate marketing of biomanure. So not only the fuel we are talking about, but initially these OMCs will also help to market the manure that will be produced. Okay, and for that what the Indian Oil has done, they have entered an MOU, that is memorandum of understanding, with NAFED for the similar purpose. Okay, so apart from that, here you also looking at that these oil and marketing companies have made various memorandum of understanding with different state to encourage people to have established their plants, so that this aim under the SATAT scheme can be achieved. Okay, so this is the basic idea. Rest you can also read that from the snippet that you will the PPT that you can find from the Telegram channel. Now let's look at the aim. So aim we have understood, that is to establish 5,000 CBG plants by 22-23 with a production target of 15 million ton CBG. Okay, so that is the aim, that is your 15 MMT, that is million metric ton, that we are talking about. Next is objective. So by this, what is the objective? So that is to have a availability of more affordable transport fuel. Why affordable? Because that is made in India, and that here the this target range that has been decided, that is somewhere around 25 kilometer. So in that range area, if more and more these plants will be established, so of course the transportation cost will be less, and that will make the transportation fuel more affordable. Then better use of agriculture residue, whatever that is left, cattle dung and municipal solid waste, everything can be utilized for generating methane, and to provide an additional revenue source for farmers and the entrepreneurs. Of course new entrepreneur will come into action by establishing the CBG plants and then working on that, and also the farmers will also get the benefit because they can sell, because see whoever will be establishing the plant, they will be needing this waste material, right? So now the farmer will get the money for that waste material as well. So here by that the additional revenue can be generated for the farmers as well. Next, look at some of the key features. So this initiative, it is expected to generate direct employment, that we have understood how it will be done, and also biomanures will be created, and that is very important for crops. We are focusing on organic things, right? So that will help in organic farming also. That would help the crops to grow without any chemicals. CBG's plants are proposed to be set up mainly through independent entrepreneur. So please do not get confused with this word independent entrepreneur. It means that all this is something that will be done privately. These people, they will approach the government. Okay, and how they will approach? So basically what this PSU OMCs has done, they have published the interest expression of interest. Okay, so that's kind of a document you can say. So the entrepreneur, they can express their interest in establishing the CBG, and once that is done, there is some kind of subsidy also. We'll look at the next slide, that will be provided by the government. And also we have understood that OMCs, they would also help them to establish their business. Okay, so for that they have to give a expression of interest, but we have to keep in mind that these entrepreneurs, they would be independently work biogas production plants and make available biogas, okay, for automotive fuel. I hope this is clear by now. Next we are talking about the subsidy that we have talked, right? So see, here we have to understand that SATAT scheme, it falls under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. We have already understood in previous slide, but there is a subsidy that is being provided for compressed biogas project under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. So there is already one that this kind of project, subsidy project, that is going on. So under that also these entrepreneurs, they can avail it, okay, for the establishment of the CBG projects. And what is the name of this project? That is under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, that is Program or Energy for Urban Industrial Agriculture Waste Residues and Municipal Solid Waste. Okay, so this is the program that comes under Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, do remember, but SATAT comes under the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Okay, so do not get confused. Now here for bio CNGs, we are looking at that the CFA, that is Central Financial Assistance. Okay, CFA is Central Financial Assistance of rupees 4 crore per 4800 kg of bio CNG per day that is generated. Okay, for that subsidy can be availed. Okay, and maximum CFA, it is around rupees 10 crore per project. Okay, so this is the criteria. Next is about the standard. So see, why I have added this slide, because see, question can be sometimes can be tricky. Here we have to understand that there is a standard that has to be maintained for the CBG that is being produced. What does it mean? We have understood that biogas is produced, okay, from the waste, from the different waste. Now that waste we have understood, that is also purified, right? So that has to be purified and then that is compressed. For that purification, there are some standards that have been maintained. Okay, and these are, for now, these are the latest, are the 2016 standard. And what are that? That the methane minimum percentage, it should be 90. Okay, requirement of the standard CBG is methane, that is 90%. Question can be direct, right? That the minimum percent of methane under this is under the SATAT scheme, it is 90%. Okay, so you should be aware of that. Only carbon dioxide maximum. So here we have to understand this was minimum. It can be more than 90%, but maximum of CO2 should be 4% only. Okay, so here there are different criteria that you have to remember, but I would suggest go for just 1, 2. Rest you can just read to have an idea, but methane at least you should be well aware of. This was by this we have ended up the scheme. Okay, so this was the news. So it is establishment of bio CNG plants. So this was of 15 December, but I tell you, it keeps on reoccurring in the PIB because of that's important. Now you have understood. And here there were various types of program that are being run for bio CNG plants and other fuels that were there. And under that we also had the SATAT scheme. Okay, this one. So here you can look at SATAT scheme. Okay, so this was all about it. So the homework for you today, it is which of the following is correct with respect to the features of the above scheme. So when we talk about above, we are talking about SATAT scheme. Okay, you have the following options. And one more thing, in the last question that I've asked you in the last session, so there was a mixed response. Most of you have given wrong answer. So in the next session I'll be discussing for that also, but do give these answers and I'll tell who have given the right answer to that. So that is all in this scheme. So if you have any doubt, any query, you can always write to us, and do join our Telegram channel to get the PDF of this lecture. And you can also give suggestions on what schemes to cover, that I'll do. This was also suggested by one of you only. So until then, all the very best for examination. We'll meet again day after tomorrow with a new scheme, with new objectives and the news. So all the very best for examination, and thank you.